I'm David Dunlop, and you may have heard me say this before, I'm a landscape painter.
One idea that I borrowed from the 19th century from Turner is to just do some quick little vignettes in watercolor or in pencil, then in an oil.
We're going to do that kind of study and see how you can take the etude, that's what they called it, and move it into a painting. The far left, that's watercolor, where Winslow Homer stood to paint his picture. That's Prout's Neck in Maine. It's just 3 or 4 colors. Gamboge yellow underneath, the dioxin violet, white, ultramarine blue, and transparent red oxide. That's all there is in that. Okay. A little medium. I'm not even doing a design. I'm doing oil, and this is a little gamboge. Just was what I did in watercolor when I did that watercolor. And then I'm going to rub it up, but not all the way up. And then I'm going to give it a little bit of warmth. And rub that in. Just like Gifford and Turner would do it. Rembrandt would do it. I'm going to go in here. More of that linseed oil, that's all there is. There's nothing toxic. I'm not using any solvent, any terp, nothing, just oil, that's all. So you could have the windows closed. You don't need water miscible oils. I'm going to go right into this, get this red oxide and some ultramarine blue, make an interesting gray. See the interesting gray? And we'll go and we'll just put this at an angle. Just give me an idea. Thank you, David. An idea. Okay. Let's make it all drippy because it'll be more fun if it's all drippy. A little more. And we'll make that bigger in a minute. One side taller, one side lower. See, taller, lower. And a little bit of dribble right on through there. Whomp. And get my fingernail to come on through here. A couple of mad gestures. And a little more dark, 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 dark. Interesting little shapes that could be construed to be rockish. And off into the distance. Over here, thank you, more paper towels. And then into the sky. Get some of this white. That's the carmine. See, pretty red, pretty red. And come on down into here. And now how do I make that gray? Gray, 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 lavender gray. Okay, I've got a little bit of blue. That'll do it. There you go, a little bit of blue. And deeper and darker. So there we go. And a little bit of brown, a little bit grayer. See what's making a nice gray? Gray. Neutral, like pewter. And if I want it bluer, I go in here, a little bit bluer. A little bit of violet because of the yellow that's in there. That's the complement. A little more of the complement. And now the shapes. Interesting shape. Relax. You're having a good time. You don't care about anything, the time or the weather. You're just having a really good time. And I'm going to let that come down and come out to here. And now I'm going to make it a little more violet. Okay, back to the brush I was using. The 2-inch Corel synthetic sable brush. Take a lot of this white, more violet. And this carmine with a little bit of this keeps it pretty violet. There we go. And that, opposite of yellow, is violet. Luminosity, keep the values close, very close. Keep the edges soft and you get luminosity. Close complementary colors, equal value, and dissolved edges, luminosity. So off we go here, and I'll see if it's luminous enough. And we'll bring that up, blend, 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 because as John Ruskin said, you're painting with air, not paint, air. Air. Now I'm going to put in some little bit darker color before I lift any of the lights out. I'm going to add some more darks. I'm going to use the same brush. Here we go. Now, how gray is that to this gray? Look, see how much grayer that is? Deeper gray. Maybe it should be bluer, a little bit bluer, so that the gray isn't just battleship, but it's got a little bit of, there, now it's bluer. Okay, darker up here. And a little bit more interesting shapes. Come on, interesting shapes. You sort of let the paint give you ideas. As you put the paint down, every mark you put down isn't what you expected. Something else is happening, but you respond to it and say, well, that could be fun. I think I might like that. Now I've got something, and I'm going to just make it a value that's in between. There's a value that's in between, because there's the horizon. The horizon spread out like a patient etherized upon the table. Isn't that from Prufrock? T.S. Eliot? Now my fingers, put the brush down, go to my fingers and see what they can do. If I can get them untangled from these paper towels with the lovely print. I'm going to put some medium on my paper towel finger and find space. Tuck it in here so that the tails don't. The softer the edges get, the more volume the clouds get. Dissolve clouds. The sharper edges always make things flatter. Softer edges always make things more voluminous. And I'm saying to myself, interesting shapes, David, interesting shapes. Let's see what happens. See what happens as you make the shapes. Atmosphere, subtlety, subtle shifts. I'm going to get ready, and I'm going to come back in and soften this edge. Just soften that edge. And I'm going to come down and back. No, I'm not going to put any medium on. Keep it dry so that you can have a more blended edge and find something that's interesting about this edge. Make the edge softer and a little more glow on it. See a little more glow on it? More fun. Ooh, the fun. And we'll come in with some other darks in just a second. A little more texture, texture, texture. Texture is a way of confusing the mind so it thinks it sees a whole lot of stuff when it doesn't, when it just sees texture. All right, back up to the sky. There we go. You see, right here, I can't really tell in places where the earth joins the sky. It's all together. The earth and the sky merge. There's no border. All right, let's get a little more volume in this cloud right here because it was too flat. See how that just picked up some volume in that cloud right there? And we'll just shift that off so it's not too centered. That mark was a little suspicious. I'm going to do just a little bit more dark. The contrast, you see how this contrast brings this little pool farther forward? No, texture, texture. Come on, we don't want to lose all that texture when you do that. Okay. I'm going to make some interesting edges and shapes inside of the shapes and change the outside shape so that they're not too twinned. Twinning is a suspicious condition. Too much symmetry and we're suspicious. And we have a curious abhorrence of suspicious coincidence. So says V.S. Ramachandran at the University of California, San Diego. You are a little less symmetrical and a little less suspicious. I'm going to put a little bit darker violet right in here and see what happens. Yeah, it's right in here. And now I'm going to put some more clouds with some substance in here so they float in front of that surface so that it gives it some more space. There, see how these things poke out of that space? Hard shapes poke out of the soft dissolved edges, and so they advance. Let's take the tape off. The circle of dark is here, the circle of light is here. The universe is balanced.